The date is December 16th, 2020, and this is going to be the decommissioning of all the equipment at my, former primary residence now. We converted the wide area network circuit down to 100 megabit per second, as there's only going to be a sole occupancy at this residence now. We're just going to leave the power and most all the cabling as is. We may remove some of the terminations in the individual rooms, but for the most part everything's going to remain on the infrastructure side. There is plans to remove the physical cabinet and all the contents within, but mainly in this video we're just going to go over power cycling all the equipment, and then we'll have some photos and a slideshow as we progress through the decabling process. There's already been quite a bit of work done to remove a lot of the equipment that was in here, but basically this entire rack with router, the firewall's already been removed, but router, wireless controller, switches, and servers, all of this is going to be ripped out and essentially replaced with this piece of provider equipment, leased from the ISP. So let's go ahead and get started. Just going to start with the wireless controller. Okay, so that's now powered down. Then I guess we can move on to everything else. Most everything else has a power switch in the front. So kind of just work our way from the top down. As you can see, the wireless controller's now off. We'll get this 2811 for call manager, and then we'll just go through and do all the Dell servers. A little bit of activity on that guy there. Shut him down. This PowerEdge 2950 is a big one, but we'll send the proper signals to it to shut it down. I don't believe there's anything running on the 1650, so we'll just go ahead and shut it down. And then, don't know that the 2950 took, so we'll become impatient with it. There you go, that's most of our noise right there, and the rest is probably from our 3945E. So there's power supply 1, power supply 2, very quiet now. The next loudest, most power consuming thing is probably the 3560X. I believe we have the dual power supplies on each power circuit. As you can see here, yes we do. So we'll go ahead and remove the power from the back. There's one power supply and 2, and that is most everything. Maybe a little bit of residual noise from the power supplies in the PowerEdge servers, but that is most everything. I think the only other thing we have would be the 3560CX, which we were using as a core, and now it is gone. So we can go ahead and throw the breakers on the PDUs, and then we'll remove the wall power. Okay, and that is officially everything powered down. Really the only other noise down here is from the blower motor in the furnace. So we'll go ahead and pull these two 30 amps. Need both hands for that. Okay. And that is it. That is everything. So first things first, we're gonna get the new network up on the provider equipment. This little all-in-one here, and that is it. That is the end of everything Cisco that was set up here. The only other things online are another 3560 upstairs in the IBM rack, and I believe there's also a 2911 ISR VPN tunnel and call manager cube up there. But as you can see, the IP phone on the counter, lost its PoE. I believe that was either on the 3560 or the 3560CX. So yeah, let's get started with moving the fiber over.